Okay, yay! So I'm very excited. This is my first orientation for 2023. So hello, we have had some changes with BIGO. So I'm really looking forward to this meeting today. For everybody that has never seen me before live or anything, my name is Denise. Hi, I am the owner of FLAUNT Entertainment. FLAUNT Live is a division of FLAUNT Entertainment. And so, this is who you're working with here. And we've been working with BIGO now for this will be coming up on our third year in 2023. We started in 2020. And I'm very proud to be with BIGO and to help people become successful on BIGO. Hello. And I will today, what I'll be going over is just, the things that you need to get started, the basics of some things that people don't tell you, on the app payments, guidelines, and then I'll be talking about ways to take advantage of, the app and the money that is offered to you, how to get attention, how to make pay tiers, right? How to make more beans and things like that. So we will start off by just talking a little bit about the basics like PST, time zone. So just so you guys know, some of you guys are on different time zones, right? We recruit from all over Canada and North America, so Canada and the US. So some people are on East Coast, some people Central Time. BIGO operates on PST. So when we send schedules out like Livehouse spots, PK spots and stuff, just do remember that that is all on PST. So you do have to do your own time calculation, if you do live in a different time zone where, okay, if your Livehouse spot is at 2 p.m., just know if you're on the East Coast, that would be 5 o'clock. Okay, so that's the one thing that I do like to remind everybody. We don't like you to miss any of those special spots, right? So always remember that. If you haven't emailed me a copy of your identification and your BIGO ID, definitely do that. It is in the welcome email for you to send that over. And the reason that we ask for that is just in case anything ever happens. Sometimes BIGO will ask for your ID, and it is good for us to have it on hand. If we don't have it, it's not the end of the world. So it's not like I'm like, going to tell you you can't still stream if you don't do that, but it's just good for us to have just in case BIGO ever asks for it and wants it, then we already have it. But that's just something that you can do if you haven't done. It's no big deal. Okay. So what you need to know before you start or when you start for people that are new, this is very exciting. A couple things that I want to just re-go over that you already know about. 30 hours is the minimum, right, for getting paid. If you don't do 30 hours in your month, you're not going to get anything no matter how many tips you get. Of course, you still get the money from your tips, right? You'll still make that money, but you will not be getting paid anything from BIGO no matter how much tips you get. Everybody got the pay chart in their welcome email. Everybody got their pay chart in their hub. So you guys know exactly how many beans you need to make. Sorry, my hair is bothering me. Why hair? You know how many beans you need to make, you know how many hours you need to do. If anyone is a little confused about how to read that pay chart, you can let me know and we can go over it, but it is pretty simple. It has the tier, actually I have it down here. So it has the tier starting from N tier. Oh, someone is here. Let me admit them. Starting from the N tier, which is 30 hours minimum, 5,000 beans minimum. The payout is 100, going all the way up to the S12 tier, which is 56 hours required. The bean goal is 4 million beans, and then the payout is 30,000. Now that doesn't include the amount that your tips are worth, right? So it doesn't include the 4 million bean tips. That is just the BIGO payout to you is 30,000. So those are the tiers that go up. Of course, you do want to be increasing your tiers every month, right? And aiming for those S tiers and above. That is where you start getting some real money. But that's the basics, right? Those are your hours and those are your bean requirements. So Esmeralda has asked, how do we know how much the gifts are worth? So you know how much the gifts are worth by the beans. And you also can figure out how much they're worth by watching other people's streams and gifting, right? Because diamonds cost, you buy the diamonds and you give the gifts and those equal beans, right? So some gifts are 1 for 1, right? Like I know that uh, a shield, right, is like 9,909. Oh my God, I can't even think right now. 9,999, and that's how many beans you're gonna get. So 210 beans is $1, as again we said in the welcome email. So you can basically assess how much those gifts are worth by the beans, right? Because however many beans you get from the gifts, that's what's worth the money, the beans. The gifts aren't worth the money, the beans are worth the money. So 210 beans is $1. So you can do your own calculation based on how many beans that you're getting for each gift, right? And sometimes how you can discover that is just by giving a gift yourself, right? And you can see how many diamonds that cost you, which is going to be more to versus how many beans that they got for that gift. So some of the gifts are not worth anything. Some of the gifts, if you also go into your folder, right? Like if I pull up the app right now, and I go to someone's live stream, which I feel will feel bad if we're testing this out, but let's see here. Let's we're in this live stream. So if I go to the gifts, right, I can go into my little folder there in the very corner, and I can see these gifts there that are giving away. So these gifts are not worth any money, but I can send them, right? So that may have been what happened, why you didn't get any beans, because those aren't real gifts. Let me just say hi and get out. So yeah, so that's why you're not getting any actual beans, because those are like free gifts that Bigo gives to people so that you can, still participate if you don't want to spend money. And there is a way you can go. I have a YouTube. So let me go back. I don't want to get too off track here because we have a lot to talk about. There is a way to keep track of how much your gifts are worth. You can go to the YouTube playlist that I have. It's the YouTube how-to playlist. It's in the group description. As you guys know, I'm sure you guys all know how to check a WhatsApp group description. If you go into the group, right, you just tap on the top there and the group description is right here. And you can see right on it, it says YouTube how-to playlist. That how-to playlist will show you how to check your rewards. So you can exactly go to your rewards list and just see exactly who gave you what and how much it was worth. And then, yes, Annie is also correct. It tells you right in the comments when they gift you, it tells you how many beans that you got. So and that's how to tell. And then, of course, go to your live wallet, go to your data after every stream, right? It'll say you how many beans you got. So you can keep track. You can write that down in a notebook if you want. If you want to keep track, you can take a screenshot. That I always recommend is taking a screenshot of your live, right? So you know how many beans you got. You can keep track, right? That is the best way to do it. But I just kept track in my live data wallet because, to be honest, that's how Bigo keeps track, is your live data in your wallet. And so that's what I went by, right? Is what does your live data say? Keep in mind, it does like update a little bit behind. It's usually like at least 24 hours behind. So if you like went live today, it's not going to reflect in your wallet immediately, right? You're going to see that probably like tomorrow. So the contract, that is how you do it, right? You make the tips, you do the hours, you get the money. Simple as that. They pay out in beans into your wallet, and then you can either transfer that into your Payoneer account, or you can exchange that for diamonds, which is the best way to exchange for diamonds, right? Is to exchange your beans, because that is the best deal. Instead of buying diamonds, that costs a little bit more. So exchanging your beans for diamonds is definitely the best conversion if you want to gift people and make trades and things like that. So maximum of 2 hours a day, minimum 30 minutes. So if you stream less than 30 minutes, it's not going to count towards your hours. It's not going to count. Even if it's 29 and a half, it's not going to count. If your stream gets cut off, let's say your Wi-Fi cuts off and you did less than less than 30 minutes, it's not going to count. Okay. So just remember that, everybody. I want everyone to remember it will not count if you do not stream at least 30 minutes, maximum 2 hours a day. The day resets at the end of the day. So midnight is the end of the day. So that will start counting the next day at the end there of the day. All right. So after you're approved, the first 20 days on Bigo is very important. They have the challenges called the Newhouse challenge, right? That is for your first 20 days. Those that is how you can get an extra 15,000 beans, right? And if you guys aren't familiar with the calculation, 15,000 beans divided by 210 beans for $1, that's $72 almost. So you can get an extra 70 bucks just for completing these easy challenges, right? And the benefit of this challenge, the Newhouse challenge, is not just, oh, I can get $70, right? Bigo is helping you get a head start on the app by doing these challenges, right? They are helping you by letting the algorithm know who you are, right? It's going to start showing you to more people. You're going to get seen, right? Because the whole point on getting on an app is building your network, right? You want fans, you want gifters, you want to get seen, you want to get out there, right? So these challenges not only do pay you actual money, but it helps you get out there on the app. The first challenge, of course, is joining a family, right? Joining a family is easy. I invite everybody to the family. We have an agency family. The agency family is there so that you can have access to a family. Oh, I think everybody should mute themselves. Let's make sure y'all are muted. Okay, so you have access to our family. And this isn't a permanent family because, you know, the point of a family, and I'm sure that you guys know now, right? The point of being on a family on Bigo is to get support in that family, right? So people, it's outside the agency, other people on the app, they'll come to your live, they'll support you, they'll support your PKs, they will support your events, and you in turn support them back, right? It's not just like people spending money on you, right? Those are gifters. You want organic gifters, but your family is like your support network, right? Not just about beans, but about like networking with each other, right? Watching each other, inviting each other to events, panels, things like that, right? So you want to find a family that you really resonate with. It might not necessarily be a big, huge family, right? Just because it's a big family doesn't mean it's the right family for you. You have to find the right family for you, whether that is like friends, people that you vibe with, right? People that have come to your live and that are loyal to your live and that you really like. You like their content, you know, that's the type of family you want to join. But until you find that family, you have access within your first 20 days to join the agency family. That way you can at least get that first challenge completed really easy. You have access to all those family events, right? That can pay big rebates, right? And it's no rush to join a family. That is what we have this for, is so that you don't have to panic about, oh my God, I got to find a family, got to find a family. You can join our family. And then when you have found somebody, another family that you really resonate with, that you found support, then you can join that family. Okay, so that is all there for you. And so the second challenge is to post on the bar. Now, utilizing the bar, this is why this challenge is so important, because it's not just like, oh, I need to, you know, do the bar challenge. You want to be posting to the bar every day, posting 15 pictures to the bar within first 20 days. So you should be posting daily to the bar anyway, especially like if you're new and just anytime, right? All throughout your career on Bigo, you should always post to the bar. When I was going live, it was nice to have an Android because I could actually take screenshots of my live and I could post it in real time to the bar. Now, I never saw that on iPhone. I don't know if you can do that on iPhone currently, but if you do have an Android or if you are familiar with how to use your iPhone, I was able to take screenshots and post to the bar. So when somebody gifted me something fun, even if it was little, it didn't even have to be a big gift. It could be like anything, you know, anything that shows a little picture. I would screenshot it and I would post it to the bar. And what that does is that shows people like, oh, it'll like bring people to your live, right? People that are scrolling on the bar. Oh, this person, oh, come to my live right now. And then they would click and they'll come to your live. So you can do that. You can do bar like flyers for the bar. I would post flyers all the time to the bar. When I was going to stream at 6 o'clock in the morning, I would post my little flyer, come see me at 6 o'clock, you know, with my cute little picture. I'll be doing this today. And I would post that every day. And Honey says you can do that on iPhone. So like, the bar doesn't need to be curated. The bar isn't something like an Instagram feed, right? Where it's like, what has to look pretty. Post to the bar as much as you can. Post to the bar whatever you want. The bar is just a way to get attention. The bar is just a way for people to see you, right? So post to that bar. And that is, if you can do that 15 times in your first 20 days using the hashtag Newhouse challenge, right? Look at, make sure you find the right challenge hashtag because you have to hashtag it. Then you can get an extra 5,000 beans for that, for completing 2 challenges. And then the last challenge is, I think you have to get like 80 congruent viewers in your top 10 days. So if you go live, at least, 10 days out of the first 20 days, I would be going live every day. So you should be going live every day when you're new, right? The top streams that you have, if you had 80 people watching, you can get an extra 15,000 beans for completing 3 out of 3 challenges in your first 20 days. So that is the Newhouse challenge. There is another challenge called the Content Accelerator Challenge. And that is another package that you guys got in your hub when you passed. The Content Accelerator package or challenge is really great because it gets you seen by BIGO. It can get you special Livehouse spots, right? And we will talk about in a moment what exactly a Livehouse is and how important it is, but they will reserve spots for you. I will say another thing about being new is when you sign up on the Livehouse, between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m., they give priority to people in their first 20 days. So if you are in your first 20 days on BIGO, you sign up for the Livehouse between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m., you get priority over everybody else on the app. Okay, and everybody wants a Livehouse spot. You get priority because that is the designated time that they put new people on. So definitely sign up for the Livehouse between that time. You will get priority. You will get, if you can achieve your Content Accelerator program, if you can, sorry, not the Content Accelerator program. Let me bring up the other thing. This way I can just read it out to you guys. You guys can also bring up your packages as I'm talking so that you can familiarize yourself with it as well, because you all got it in your hub. So let me just show you what it looks like. We went over the Newhouse challenge, right? When you got it, this is the Newhouse challenge package, right? It looks like that. Okay. And then this is the new host excellence program. That's what I wanted to talk. I'll talk about the content accelerator program in a moment, but this is the new host excellence incentive program. So there's all these new things, right? And I know it's a lot, but if you just take the time, if you just sit down and take the time to read these cute little things with all the pictures and stuff, you will get a lot of benefits starting off on the app, and you won't feel like you're starting off with nothing behind you, right? This is there to help you guys. So this new host excellence incentive program, if you just read this package, right, it shows you how to get points. This is the point system. And I know you can't really see it very well while I hold my phone up to the computer. That's why you should look at it in your hub. But you get a point system. And just to give you an example, if you complete 3 out of 3 of the new house challenges that we just went over, requirements, you get 600 points. Okay. If you can get a Livehouse spot, you get 100 points. If you do 1 PK, you get 100 points. This is again in your first 20 days on the app. This is why it's so pivotal, right? So this point system, if you go live for a minimum of 2 hours a day for 15 days out of your first month, you get 500 points. Now, you rack up these points, and then you'll see on the next page, if you can get, let's say, a total point of 800, which is silver status, you get 1 Livehouse reservation. Okay, so you get a designated Livehouse spot just for getting these points. You get a special badge. You get BIGO merch. Okay, this merch is coveted. People love BIGO merch, especially if you show it in your live. They love that, right? And you get 2 special badges. I don't know why they put it twice. Specialty badge and a special badge. You can get up to 2,000 points, platinum. This is 3 Livehouse reservations. This is a big deal. You get your badge, you get $100, you get BIGO merch, right? So go over this program, because the new host excellence program will really give you that kickstart. Imagine getting 3 Livehouse spots dedicated just for you, just for getting these points. Okay. So can some of the 2 hours daily be repetitive? Can the same song? Yes, of course you can do the same songs. You can sing the same thing. That's totally fine. You can do whatever you want in your life, just as long as you're going live, right? That's what they care about. They don't care about, well, they don't want you to be sleeping or something. Your live still has to be quality, but of course you can sing the same songs as long as you're entertaining your fans, right? This is what's important. Are you being entertaining? Are people watching you? Are they staying in your live? Are they talking with you? Are they commenting? Are you engaging? Right? That's the type of content they want to see. So take a look at this package, because if you can get these points, you get special privileges, right? And then now BIGO notices you and they're like, oh my God, this host is going to be amazing, right? So that's the second challenge that you can get in your um, first 20 days. Then the Content Accelerator Program, which is another thing that I send you guys. The Content Accelerator Program is basically for people, you guys can again read the package. Okay. Yeah, I know you cannot see it on my phone here on the computer, but the package is sent to you in your hub. And basically what this is it says, okay, the first 15 days of every month you can register. There's a registration form. You click the form, you register your show, right? So basically what it is it's content that Bigo really likes. You can find it in your hub, Simon. Content that Bigo likes, if you're doing a weekly show, let's say, for example, and Warren is here, he has a weekly show and he got accepted into this program. They will feature your content and they will also give you bonus beans just for going live every week. Okay, you have to get accepted into the program, but if you just do your diligence and you stick with it, they'll find you and they'll accept you. There are certain requirements, so just go over this. There's FAQs here. It's all about just taking the time to read the materials that we give you. Okay, so everything was sent to you in your hub. So just sit down, spend a few minutes, right? And just read over this and see how to set it up, click the form, register, and you can get a bunch of beans for this. They will give you beans. If I click on the registration form, I just click on the form here and I open up the link and I can see Content Accelerator Program. I wish you guys could see this. Just click on the link. It says Content Accelerator Program, new rewards. This is very easy. And it tells you everything. Dear content creators, they're committed to supporting and elevating content for all our hosts, right? So you read on and it'll say, here are some recommendations to help with your lives. Have a show with structured content focus. Be live at the date and time indicated on your submission form. So you have to be consistent, right? And it has a little picture, shows you exactly what you need to do to unlock the auto rewards. Right. So this is kind of how you can discover the benefits on Bigo is just by clicking the links and taking a little bit of time to read the stuff. Okay. So somebody is asking about creating events. What does that mean? Events, like example, like I mean a show. So let's say for me, I am a performing artist. So I would create a show. I could create a talk show where every Friday night, every week at 5 o'clock, I have a panel that I invite other artists to talk about what it's like being an artist, what it's like. And we just talk for an hour from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, let's say every week, every Friday night is artist panel. So Honey, she wrote in the chat, she has a talk show every morning at 2 a.m. adult talk show, right? Where she has a show. So I know Warren also has a show where every week it's coffee, I believe it's like morning coffee, something like that, where he has a coffee show, a talk show every morning. I could do, if I'm a dancer, I could do Saturday night dance party every Saturday night at 10 o'clock, dance party. If you want to come dance, come dance. I could have a panel. I could do a solo. It could just be me. Come to my dance party, and it would just be me dancing for an hour. But I have a flyer and I do it every week, every Saturday at 10 o'clock consistently. Okay, that is what I mean when I say having a show, right? It's a consistent, it's not random. It's not like, oh, Denise comes on at 10 in the morning on Friday and then at 12 o'clock on Saturday, and then Tuesday at 4, right? It's consistent. It's a show. I have a flyer that I post to the bar that Bigo can use. I have a flyer that I post to my live, the picture that you upload, right? My flyer. And I'm consistent every week, same time, same theme, right? And yes, it could be anything. You just get creative, whatever you want to do. You want to do your makeup? You want to do a makeup show every Friday, noon? Do makeup lessons from Barb, right? Or you're a cook, you're a chef. Breakfast, make breakfast with me every morning, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. breakfast show, right? As long as you don't show knives, because you can't show knives. So these are just some ideas, get creative with what is your content? Who are you? What are you bringing to the app? As long as you are consistent and you go live at the same time, same day, at least once a week, you can make a show out of that. Okay. So just take a little bit of a read and then you just fill out this form and you can get featured. That's how easy it is. Just fill out the form. What day? How frequent is it? How long will your show be? You know, you just answer the questions and there you go. Easy as pie. Content accelerated. They will show your content. They will push it out. You will get on the popular page. You will get featured in the newsletter, right? You just stick with it and create good content. All right, so let's move on now. We've talked about the challenges and we've talked about the opportunities that are there for you guys to make money in your first 20 days. And let's see, hold on a second. Someone says, I'm not sure why it won't work. I don't know. Okay. All right, so let's get to agency cross support. So it's really important to find organic support on Bigo, right? Because you can only have about 40% of your beans come from within the agency, right? So you want to definitely find support outside of the agency, but still make friends within the agency because 40% is a lot, right? You can still get 40% within the agency. So that's fine. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to know what your percentage is, I have like a weekly report. You can always say in your hub, hey, can I see my percentage or can I see what my weekly report is? I used to post the weekly report in the chat, but it seemed like people weren't really looking at it. So I could do that again if you want that, or you can just say, hey, do you have the report? You can just ask me in your hub and I can send you just your report just for you, okay? Out of region beans are only worth 20%. So what that means is if it's not in North America, if somebody is finding you from Asia or India or somewhere outside of North America, which is our region, and they gift you, their beans unfortunately do not count for 100%. And that is also in the report, okay? So it's kind of shitty, but at the same time, we don't get a lot of outside. Most of our viewers are within North America, so it's nothing that we super have to worry about, but do keep that in mind. That it doesn't count for all of it. So sometimes it can be frustrating because when you look at your wallet, it'll count all the beans. So you have to look at the agency report and you can see out of region beans. Okay. So you guys should all be following Bigo Global Services. The Bigo ID is 30,000. That's 30000. They actually do give you your percentages in your messages there. I believe they send a lot of messages in that. So make sure you're following that. That is like official Bigo account. And they do send you messages. I believe they even tell you your PK. If you have a PK, I believe they send you a lot of messages there. So make sure you're following them. Make sure you read those messages from them. So 20% is how much out of region beans count for. That's not a lot, but it is something. Keeping track of your hours. So at the end of the month, if you guys did 29.99 hours, you're not getting paid. So I always tell people from the very beginning, do not just stream 30. If your minimum is 30, don't try to do 30. Don't do the bare minimum, because you don't want to come up short at the end of the month. Now you're not getting paid anything. And guess whose fault that was? That's your own fault, right? For trying to do the bare minimum, 30 hours. I would, most of the really good streamers that are on the app that are making legit money, that are making a full-time living, that are really, getting fans, getting followers, and like getting paid, they're doing 40 to 50 hours. So don't do the minimum. I can't stress that enough. If you're going to do 30 hours on the app every month, like you're going to grow slowly. If you want to make big money, as you saw on that pay chart, right? The big money is more than 30 hours. S12 is 56 hours required to hit that tier, right? So that just gives you an idea of the amount of time you do need to put on the app to get paid, right? They want you to do 56 hours. So somebody that's making, $50,000 on the app a month, they're not doing the bare minimum, they're going to be putting in like 50 plus hours. And that's a lot of money for just 50 hours a month, right? People work 50 hours a week. As an example, a good tier would be like an S5 tier. That's 35 hours minimum. You should be aiming to do at least 40 hours a month. Okay. Don't try to do the bare minimum. And also I like to tell people, don't wait till the end of the month to get your hours in. Get your hours in at the beginning of the month. You have by the 15th of the month, 2 weeks in, you could have 30 hours already. You could already do 30 hours by the 15th. By the 18th, you could, get your hours in early so you can breathe for the rest of the month and focus on making a pay tier, focus on beans, right? Don't worry about, oh my God, I have to get my hours, right? Just do your hours, get it out of the way, and then focus on getting, more, getting a pay tier. Like you never know, like what happens if, let's say like you got a huge gifter at the end of the month, right? It's like the 30th, and like all of a sudden some guy comes in, gifts you dragons. You just got 3 dragons, you got 30,000 beans now. Well, what happens if you could have hit, you got 300,000 beans now from this person, but you didn't do 34 hours because you were doing the bare minimum and you only did 30. Guess what? You're not going to get paid that tier because you didn't do your minimum 34 hours, right? So don't shoot yourself in the foot by waiting till the end of the month to try to get the bare minimum hours in, okay? And I talk about this a lot because I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. So get your hours in. Keep track of your hours. Screenshot when you go live. Screenshot your live time. Make sure that you know yourself how many hours you did. Don't just rely on your live data so that okay? Screenshot it. Just in case anything ever happens, it's good to have screenshots at the end of the month to prove like I was live. This is how long I was live for, right? There is also a video on YouTube on how to do that. So yes, hours report. Ask me if you ever want to see the hours report. Checking your hours in the wallet. There's a video on the how-to playlist. You can go look at that. Everybody, for payment, you guys are paid on the app in beans, right? You guys should all know that at the end of the month, when you do hit a pay tier, BIGO will pay you directly. I don't pay you. BIGO pays you in beans into your wallet, and then you can cash that out. You were all sent a link in your welcome email. If the link is broken, I know a few people said the link is broken, so I just created a new one. If you didn't get the share link, the referral where you get $25, tell me, I'll send it to you. I just fixed it recently, so that's your Payoneer link to set up your Payoneer account. You will use that referral link. You'll get $25 bonus. I think when you first cash out your first 700, I believe it is. And so use that link to get paid. And then, like I said earlier, you can also exchange your diamonds. There is a video on the YouTube how-to playlist on how to cash out your beans, and it'll show you step by step on how to do that. That YouTube how-to playlist is very beneficial. Every video on there, and I will be posting more this year. I know I took a little hot minute break from posting those videos on YouTube, but I will be doing it. So yes, watch that playlist, and I will be adding to that playlist. I have like about 10 more videos I want to add to that playlist. So that is always there in the group description. You don't need the link again. It is always there for you. Just go to the group description on WhatsApp and it's there. It lives there. It is there forever. It is there anytime you want it. It is always there. You can click it anytime. Along with that playlist link is the private video playlist, right? So for people just in the agency. The how-to list on YouTube is public. Anybody can watch it. The private playlist is the orientations, the tips and tricks, the meeting that I did on how to be a star streamer, the meeting on trades and the value of trades, the meeting on PKs. There is a lot of private meetings that are just for people in the agency that is very useful. If you want to learn about how to really be a top streamer and really make money, you can watch those meetings. And those are private videos. That link is also in the group description on the FLAUNT BIGO news group. All right, so signing up for events. So I'm going to talk a little bit about PKs, auto rebates, and live houses now. These are things that everybody needs to take advantage of. I'm going to take just a second to take a little drinky drink. And can I get a show of reactions of everybody that understands where to find the group description in the news chat? Thumbs up, everybody. I need to know. Do you know where it is? Anybody? Nobody knows where it is? Okay, we have one person at least with a thumbs up. Okay, so let me just show you again so that you guys know how to find this. So when I say it's in the group description, right? If you guys are in other WhatsApp groups, you guys can always know that whenever you are in a group on WhatsApp, you just tap the group name at the top there, whether you're Android or iPhone, doesn't matter. You tap that and it shows you the description is right there. Okay, so this is the group, right? This is the group information, the contact information. So this is the info for the group, and the description is right here. And you'll see on the description, it has the agency, it has the PK sign up link. So all the PK sign up link is always here. You can sign up anytime. You don't have to wait for me to share it to the group. It's here anytime you want to click on it. The schedule, you want to check your own schedule. If you're not sure if you have a PK and Sanjay or whoever the assistant is hasn't posted it yet and you want to check it for yourself, it is right there. You can click it and check it for yourself. The PK replacement template, which I'll talk about in a second, is right here. If you ever forget, oh, what's the template I need to do? It is right here for you. The how-to playlist and the meetings and the orientation is right here. It is always here. It never changes. It'll always be here for you. So you can simply just click on it and there it is, okay? All right, so events. Bigo now has a new thing called auto rewards, and the auto rewards events are amazing because it is very simple. You follow the instructions, you simply go live, and they literally give you beans just for going live and getting a certain amount of beans. So I'm going to walk you through as an example of what an auto reward event is. So in the group description, or sorry, in the group chat, right? As you guys have noticed by now, I post the links quite often, right? Several times a week, I post these links. When you read it, they have a legacy event, an impossible PK. Now, a legacy event means that is for somebody that is like doing well. It's not for new people on Bigo, right? You can click on it and you can read it yourself. You can find what's an impossible PK. You might ask yourself, what is that? So you click on the link. Looking for a bigger challenge? Join us, right? So that should like alarms right there. Okay, like bigger challenge. Like if you're new, you're not looking for a big challenge. You're looking for something easy, right? So like that's not for you. But it'll say get 5 stars, which is 100,000 PK points during the PK. You receive 5,000 beans. If you can get 10 boxes, right, which is 1,100,000 PK points during the PK to receive 50,000 beans, right? So this is the reward structure. It should tell you right here. You can read it. You can see what the requirements are. If you cannot get all PK points, remember, add a 0 to what your beans are. So 100,000 PK points is 10,000 beans, right? So that's the minimum. So if you can't get 10,000 beans in 20 minutes, don't sign up for the impossible PK. That's why it's called impossible. It's not easy. You have to be a good host and you have to have gifters and you have to have people lined up to throw you 10,000 beans minimum, right, to get these points. If you can get 2 boxes, 5 boxes, 10 boxes, this is for you. Okay. If you don't even know what a box is, this is not for you. Okay. So that is an example of one of the more advanced events. Then it has the Livehouse link right here. Amazing. Everybody should be signing up for that Livehouse spot. You want that Livehouse spot, especially if you're new in your first 20 days, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. You are prioritized. Then there's rebate events. 90% power rebate. That sounds great to me, right? Who doesn't want 90% of your beans back in a bonus? There is 80%, 75%, 70%, 60 wins, 30 loses, 50% wins, 40% loss. This is amazing. If you don't know what this is, easy. You click on it and then you can read it. Then we can learn together what this is. I will explain the Lifehouse in a moment. Yes, I'll explain why Lifehouse is great. 90% power rebate. Join us on Bigo for 90% power rebate event. Event run dates, it tells you when it is, January 1st to 4th, 15th to the 17th, it gives you the dates. The reward structure, 90% rebate, maximum 50,000 only on January 1st, maximum 40,000 from the 4th, the 2nd to the 4th. So it's very clear, right? They tell you when the rewards are. Event format, go live in a solo or a multi-guest room for at least 20 minutes within the hour, and you can do all event formats that you want to. They give you the rules, right? And then you sign up. Okay, so let's see. Go live. We will audit out your out-of-region beans. As long as you finish your goal within the time slot that you choose, you can leave the event earlier. Don't choose as, yeah. So you just have to read the rewards. It looks like, oh, my phone's freezing, of course. Apple. Stop it. Oh, Apple. There you go. Okay. So I just want to see if there's like a little fine print before I move on. Okay, signing up for this event is not a guarantee of getting a slot. Check the lineup sheet. One host can participate a maximum of twice a day. All right. So, honey, I just want to double check, like with a rebate event like this, a 90% power rebate, it says that as long as you finish your goal within the time slot you choose, do you pick your goal, or is it like any amount of beans, you get 90% rebate of that?
Yeah, it's any amount up until like how it said 40,000. So
Right.
if you're on for at least 20 minutes during the time slot, and you could just have already, 10 people set up to come gift you however amount you want, as long as you're only going to get rewarded up to the amount that they said. So if you go over that, you're not going to get 90% of that. But you could have some, you could have 2 shields, you could have 2K, 3K, 4K, whatever you get, you're going to get 90% of.
Easy. Amazing, right? So you just almost doubled the beans just for signing up on this auto rebate event, right? Now, if you didn't sign up, you just lost out on a 90% rebate that all you have to do is go live for, right? And get beans. It's so easy. So I recommend that you guys go through all of this, 80%, 75, look at all of them and just like read everything. Go to the ones where 50% win, 40% loss. Check it out. Okay. It says winner. So it's a PK. So obviously they want you to do a PK. Winner gets 50% rebate, loser gets 40%. Not bad. Maximum 50,000 beans. They will give you up to 50,000 beans reward. So, I mean, it's amazing. Very easy. If you guys aren't too sure about this, you can ask in your hub, but it's pretty straightforward as long as you click on the links and read through it, right? And just explore, do the PKs, do the solos, try all of them. See how many rewards that you can really get. Those are the rebate events. And then there's auto rewards, even easier. Auto rewards, friendly auto reward event. I click on it. It tells you the event run date. It tells you what it is. It says participating host can choose whatever format you like. Live streaming, public solo live, multi-room. The rewards will be launched automatically after your event is complete, right? And then it says go live at least 20 minutes. Avoid doing this at the same time as your other events. So it's very simple. And then they send you the rewards automatically. So there's no reason not to sign up for these because it really doesn't cost you anything. You're going to be going live anyways, right? You're going to be getting gifts anyways. You might as well get Bigo to pay you while you're going live. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. You don't even have to do anything. You just have to be live and get gifts. So let's go to the live houses now, right? Live houses are important because it helps you get seen by new people. What is a live house? A live house is a special channel that is on Bigo on the popular page every day, all day, for the events, for the times. When you look at the live house schedule, you'll see the days that they have the live house on. And when you get a spot, it's a 30-minute spot for you to get seen by thousands. A lot of times there's about 5,000 people in that room watching, sometimes more, 10,000. It's thousands of people in that room watching. It is promoted all over the app. So what will happen if you do get a Livehouse spot, you'll see that there's like themes, right? So you have to adhere to the theme. If you don't adhere to the theme, they will kick you out right away when they see you if you're not doing what the theme is. Okay. So don't just sign up for a Livehouse and then be like, oh, it's Kwanzaa. I don't even know what that is. I'll just go live anyways. They will delete you and replace you immediately. Okay, so honor the theme of the live house. Sign up. If you get a spot, you will go solo. You're on your own. You'll be doing a solo live. You need to be live at least 15 minutes early before your spot. So if I have a live house designated spot at 2 o'clock, I would want to be live at least at 1:30, right? If I'm live after quarter two, I might miss like Beagle will notice I'm not live and they might replace me, or I might miss the notification asking if I'm ready, right? So be early. And it also helps for you to go live early. If you have a live house, you make a flyer, you post it to the bar, you go live, you promote it. Yeah, Honey recommends you go live an hour early at least, right? Because it's a big deal to have a live house spot. So you would go live, you would tell our friend, oh, I have a live house, right? Come watch me, come vote for me, because the person with the most votes gets like 10,000 beans. They change it. They kind of fluctuate. Sometimes it's 5,000, sometimes like it's this and that. But what happens is you'll go live, there's a button that will pop up on the screen asking if you're ready. You'll say that you're ready, and then they will automatically take you into the live house. So whatever time that you do, it doesn't count towards your hours, right? But they'll take you into the live house. Everybody will be there. You automatically get moved over. And then you want people to vote for you. People can vote for you for free. If I go to the live house, I get 10 free votes just for going in, and I get more free votes just for watching. So it doesn't cost people money to vote for you. It's a free vote. So you want to encourage everybody to vote for you for free. Then you can buy votes. So you can encourage people to vote for you. I would encourage your fans ahead of time, right, to go into the live house and vote for you, right? You can say people in the live house, hey, I hope you vote for me. I hope you enjoyed yourself. But it's really mostly a time to like showcase yourself and like make new friends. Okay. You don't really want to be like, gift me, right? That's not really what the live house is about. So they can vote for you. And then if you get the most votes at the end of the day, you win beans. Okay. And of course, Beagle will notice you because they are watching. They are always watching the live house. And if you do a good job, they will invite you back to the live house, which is really nice. And Bigo does give you a reward. You get, I think, 1,000 beans, 1,000, 2,000. It's on the link, just for getting a spot. So yeah, so you might win a lot of beans, and regardless of whether you win or not, you're getting beans as a reward for live house. Okay. So that is the value of it is new people see you. Bigo sees you, right? You're on the popular page. You're going to get seen by thousands of people. Even if you don't get a lot of gifts, you want followers. You want to get seen. That is the point of the live house. And Bigo will take notice. I have had hosts that go into the live house and that did a great job. And Bigo will message me after, we really liked this person. We'd like to invite them back for Music Mondays, right? Or they did like DJ takeover. And so they take notice, right? So those live house spots are really a great way to get seen by people on the app and Bigo. And that is the live house. So back to my notes here. How to join an official PK. There is a video on the YouTube how-to playlist on how to do that. I would recommend that you guys do as many official PKs as you can versus random PKs. Random PKs are great for not knowing anybody, but you can sign up for these official PKs and get paid for them. So why not, right? Friendlies, themes, all of these easy PKs that you can get paid for. So do that. Family PKs, family events. You can join the family, join the Rich House family, the agency family, and get on these events, right? Get on these events that pay you. They are so beneficial. They get you seen and they get you paid and they get you noticed by Bigo. You should be doing it every day. I'm going to give you a moment to chat, Leah, because I know that you have the PK strategy down and you are really, really good at it. And I just want you to share a little bit of your story about how PKs have benefited you.
Yeah. Hey guys. I look a little disheveled right now, but hey, how you doing? Most of you guys have already met me. Either I had your initial phone call or I've trained you. But yeah, I've been an official host in the agency for 2 years now. And I really wish in the beginning, when I first, like my first month or two, that someone told me like the strategy that I have, because I was afraid to do PKs. I was a person that was in my shell and I didn't want to align with people. I wasn't really competitive. And so I was like, oh my God, PKs, oh my God, so scary. But what I found out is, a lot of times when you're doing PKs, Bigo is going to give you beans just sometimes for showing up. So right now they don't have the PK structure that they used to have, but they do have those auto rewards, which is great because you don't even have to be in a PK anymore, right?
Yeah,
all you have
crazy.
to do is just go live, and you don't even have to be cammed up. Sometimes you can just do a panel, and sit there with your friends and talk about whatever. And as long as you're getting to that gift amount, Bigo's going to match it, or they're going to give you 90%, or they're going to give you 45%. But I would say try and sign up for some sort of auto rewards PK event every single day that you're going to be live, because one, it's no harm if you fail. So if you don't hit it, it's not like it's going to go against you. But if you do hit it, you're going to be making hundreds of dollars potentially in extra beans every month. So always sign up for something that you know you can possibly get a good reward for. So yeah, that's my tidbit about that.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, it is just, there's no lose on this, right? It is a win-win. Rewards, eyes on you, you're participating. Bigo notices when you sign up for these things, right? And the whole point is we want Bigo to love you. We want to get featured. We want to get you promoted. We want Bigo to be like, hey, we really like this host. Like, we want to see more from this person, right? So putting an effort in, you can't lose. There's no lose on this. I want to talk a little bit about, I'm going to move forward. We're almost done here. When you have a PK assigned to you and you need a replacement, you can ask for an official replacement. There are replacement groups, or you can find a friend and then you can fill out that template. We need to know day of, right? If you need a replacement, because we can get that PK replaced for you. And then, we send that into Bigo. So if you do ever need a replacement, and this is in your benefit, right? You want to line somebody up that might let you win, right? So now you're going to get the winning rewards for sure. So if somebody doesn't show up for the PK, that's in your benefit. Don't be like, oh, I guess they didn't show up, so I won't do it. No, find somebody and that person will lose and you can win and you get the winning rewards. So just get a replacement. Very easy. If you ever get spammy people you don't like, block them, right? You can block, you can report. If you ever are on your feed on Bigo and you're getting things on your feed that you don't like, right? Let's say you see something and you're like, okay, this is not my vibe. I don't want to see this. You can hold down the picture and it'll say dislike, and you can simply dislike it and it won't show you that stuff anymore. And it'll curate your feed, right, to show you things that you want to see. Sometimes I get new people going, oh, I see these things on my feed and I don't know, I don't like it. You can hold it down, dislike, and the algorithm will learn, just like Instagram learns, just like TikTok learns what you like, right? It shows you things that it thinks you want to see. You can curate your feed. Okay, so don't forget about that. The algorithm will learn what you want. Things to do while you're streaming. If nobody's in your app, if nobody's in your live, make yourself busy, right? Do things, sing, I don't know, play music. Music is great, right? Don't just sit there and wait for somebody, okay? Just chit chat. Thank people when they gift you. There's so many times where I've gone into people's lives, so they're new, and I send them gifts and they don't even say anything, or I talk to them and they don't even talk back. Hello, you literally have half a second, if even, to get someone's attention when they come in your room. When you see somebody coming into the room, you address them by name, right? When you see SVIP is coming into the room, they're showing you ahead of time that person's coming into your room. So you can say hi as soon as they get there. You want to capture people's attention. You want to keep them in your room, and you don't have a lot of time because they're swiping, right? So talk to people, address them, say hello, ask them questions, where they're from, thank people when they gift you. Even if that gift isn't worth anything, it's a free gift and nobody gives a shit about glow sticks, thank them anyways, like it's the greatest thing. Even if they're feeding your little Dino bear and it means nothing, thank them anyways, right? Oh my God, thank you so much, right? People want to be appreciated for what they're doing, right? Tell them to tap, thank them for the taps, right? Write their names down on a little whiteboard. If you guys want more tips on how to be a star streamer, I have that meeting on YouTube. You can watch that. I have all these little tips that you can do, right? And so you can definitely have these little tricks, right, to make people like you, to make people want to gift you. You can set up games, you can set up lotteries. A lottery is so good. It attracts so many people to your room that have never met you before, just because they want to win the lottery, right? You don't even have to set up a big reward. It could be a little reward and they have to gift you to even enter, right? So setting up a lottery. If I don't have that video on the playlist, on the YouTube how to playlist, that will be up soon. But that is very easy to do and people can set it up for you. It's really fun. Okay, so I want to skip down to the download bonus program. This is new. So this is something I haven't talked about in the orientation before, the BIGO download bonus program. As a host, as a Plan B host, everybody qualifies for this. I'm not going to go over the pay structure here in this orientation, but I can, anyone that is interested, I will send you the pay structure into your hub. It is very lucrative. You can get paid up to like $6-7 or something per download that you get. If you get over 10,000 downloads in a month, BIGO will give you your own billboard. They will put your face on a billboard in like LA or wherever if you get 10,000 people, more than 10,000 people to download the app. If you get like 50,000 people to download the app, they will pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars. I am not kidding. The pay structure is hundreds of thousands. Okay. I think you can make up to like just under $500,000. All right. So this download bonus program, what it is you have to get a special link. We have to apply for you. I have to fill out a form. We get you a link. It's called a one link. That is your unique link. You can put that on any social media. You can advertise. You can pay. There's no limitation to where you are acquiring these downloads. Okay. So you can get it however you want, but it is your unique link. They keep track of your downloads. And as long as you're getting a minimum of, I think it's 30, if you get like 30 to 100 downloads, you make like $150. If you get like 100 to 500 downloads, it's like $4 per download. And then it starts getting to be more and more and more. They pay you a base pay plus a certain amount per download over that. But I'm telling you, this is a great way to make extra money on top of your streaming. You don't have, doesn't matter what tier you make on Plan B. The download plan is on top of it. You will get paid. So even if you didn't make a tier on Plan B, let's say you did your 30 hours, but you didn't get enough beans, you're new, but you got 10,500 people to download the app, they're still going to pay you all that money. Okay. And it's locked. So they do have to use the app. I believe that it's not just downloading. They have to create an account and they have to like, so be on the app. So I don't think it's just a download. They should create an account. But as long as they're downloading and using your one link and creating an account, because that's kind of what you have to do when you download the app is create an account, then that counts, right? So Barb asked, how can you convince people to download? That is up to you. I can't tell you how to do it, right? I can't tell you how to market yourself or anything, but there is a couple of really big YouTubers and influencers that have started using this program. If you go to the Instagram, to the BIGO Live USA Instagram, they feature some of these big influencers. And if you go to their influencer page, you'll see they have that one link in their Instagram profile, right? So you can promote it on YouTube, you can promote it on TikTok, you can promote it wherever you want. Just get people to download the app and you'll get paid. Now you have to, like I said, you have to apply for the link. So if you want it, just message me in your hub and say, I want to be on that program. It's called Plan 3. It's an add-on to Plan B. If you want to be a part of Plan 3, just simply ask me and we will get you that link. Okay. It is amazing. It pays a lot. And yeah, you can get your own billboard. Hello. Try to get 10,001 downloads. You get your own billboard. So the link for my how to be a star streamer video is in the private YouTube orientation playlist. So if you go to the group description on the BIGO News group, it is right below the how to playlist. There is the other playlist, and that is where you will find that how to be tips and tricks on how to be a star streamer, I believe is the title on that. So yeah, so that download bonus plan, you can make hundreds and thousands of dollars. No joke. I highly encourage you to do that. All right. So that is something that extra and new that I'm really excited to share. Okay. So panels on I'm kind of skipping forward to like streaming, solo live, panels, multis. You can have up to like, I think 9 or 12 people on your live at once. Have fun, right? Make friends, invite people, like, get social. It doesn't always have to be solo. It could be a fun thing that can involve people, right? And where everybody can gift, but test things out. Sometimes I notice like for things like myself, I would do really well on solo. Sometimes I would join things they have like on BIGO called auctions, and that would actually do really well for me because people like buy whatever you're giving, whether it's an autographed photo or like a, private one-on-one or changing your screen name or anything like that. But people will like auction for you. Those are really fun. dance panels, you do whatever you want, have fun with it. Okay. Keep in mind, the app is semi-exclusive, so I wouldn't be shouting out your TikTok. That is a direct competitor, but you can shout out your YouTube. You can shout out your Instagram. A trick that I would do is because a lot of messages on Bigo is spam. And if I see like an SVIP, these people are very valuable. They're spending a lot of money on the app. I would get them to follow my Instagram and I would message them through Instagram, because that way, when I was going live, anytime I was going to go live, I would message all my followers that I had, all my favorites on Instagram. Hey, I'm going to be live today. Hope to see you. Can't wait. Like I would keep in contact with these people. And it really benefited me, because I remember one time I got banned. I was like dancing like crazy and like doing some sort of thing that the app didn't like, and I got banned for 3 days, and I was trying to hit a new pay tier, and I was like, oh my God, like I cannot get banned. So I had a friend that was an SVIP that I had on Instagram, and I reached out to them on Instagram and I said, I got banned. Can you help me get unbanned? Can you use your SVIP points? And they did. Okay, so it really benefits you to have relationships off the app, because not only does it make your fans feel even closer to you, but it can benefit you if you ever need help, right? Let's say you're banned and you need, you can't get into your account. You can go off and you can talk to people on Instagram, or it's just another way, right, to reach people. It's another way to connect. So don't be afraid to connect those fans off of Bigo. Don't seclude your world on Bigo to just the app on Bigo, right? Share it everywhere you possibly can. Get your fans to see you everywhere they possibly can. That's how they get to know you. That's how they start gifting you more. Someone says, am I allowed to ask them to join my newsletter by going to my website? Yeah, sure. Tell them to go to your website. Yeah, tell them if they want to keep in contact with you, that, yeah, they can fill that out. Exactly. Stay in contact however you can. So a couple tips about getting banned, right? Share your streams on social media too, by the way. Like anytime you're going live, like tell people on Instagram, I'm going live, TikTok, whatever, right? A couple things about being banned. We do send you the community guidelines in your welcome email. We do send that to you. So just familiarize yourself. Things like no masks, right? That's considered like terrorism in some countries. No knives, no weapons, no things that look like weapons, right? No stuff that looks like any sort of drugs, no drinking, no naked kids running around, right? That's like child pornography. So none of that weird stuff. No see-through shirts, no bra strap showing, no touching yourself by accident, whether you're like, oh, whether you're just doing something, like whether you gesture, right? Watch yourself. Don't be doing things like this. Don't be moaning. Don't have songs by like Megan Thee Stallion where she's like, right? None of that, right? All of that stuff can trigger the AI and get you banned. It's not a real person watching you, right? It's just a computer. It's just AI. So don't trigger the AI to get you banned. So a lot of people sometimes will get banned for like 10 minutes. Right? So just if you get banned and you're not sure for how long, just try to go live again. It'll tell you how long. But just like watch yourself, right? And if you get banned for 10 minutes, don't worry about it. If you get banned for 24 hours, whatever, that sucks. But like, don't cry about it. If you get banned for like 3 days, that's something you might want to pay to get unbanned, right? That's where those SVIP points come in real handy. Most people pay for that stuff, right? 10-year bans, you can get unbanned. You just got to pay to play. Okay. So there's a lot of groups on WhatsApp where you can like trade for that. There's a lot of groups selling VIP points, right? So integrate yourself into the community of Bigo. It's not just within the app, WhatsApp, Instagram, live, real life, right? A friend of mine who's very popular on Bigo, Yetta, Joe Brown, she meets up with people in real life all the time, right? This is like not just a tiny little app. This is a huge network. It is things that people are getting rich off of, right? Be smart about this, okay?
Can I just make a comment real quick about the bans?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bigo has really been changing the structure on their ban, you guys, and just because you see certain people doing things does not mean that you're going to get away with it. And just because they got away with it one time doesn't mean that the next day they won't. Or they're pushing the envelope because they have someone with SVIP points already. So they're prepared to get out of being banned. So don't push the envelope and get like a 10-year ban, and then you don't have someone who's going to be able to unban you. So just because you see people doing things that could potentially get them banned, they probably already have something in place where they're pushing the envelope, and they're prepared to get unbanned. So don't do it. Just don't do it, especially if you're new, because it's lots and lots of money. Sometimes I've spent over $1,000 getting unbanned, you guys. So just don't do anything. And for guys, you have to always have on a shirt. And also don't have any type of weed paraphernalia. Don't have like a weed leaf in your background, like a picture. Like even if it's a cartoon weed leaf, they will ban you for that. So
for 10 years, like you're done.
Don't have a bong or a pipe.
No smoking, nothing, no vaping, don't vape. Yeah, none of that stuff. Yeah, and like she's right, you know, people on the app that are like kind of used to it, they will have things lined up. Like I knew when I was like dancing and I was like doing my little twerks and stuff like that, like I knew I was pushing it, but I knew I could get unbanned. I knew I had the power. I knew I had the people that would hook me up. Right. And so I got banned all the time. So I was prepared. Right. So she's exactly right. Just because you see someone doing something doesn't mean like, well, why can they do it? You know, like just be within the guidelines, you know, until you know you can push that envelope and you are prepared to get banned and pay to get yourself out. Right. And and don't cry about it. You know, it happens to everybody, right? Just like deal with it, you know. Sometimes it's worth it to pay the money, because what happens if it's like mid-month and you're doing really good and you're hitting a big tier, and then you know, like you get banned? Don't sulk about it for a week. Get unbanned right away and get back on it and pay yourself back by making a tier. You know, you're going to lose more than you gain if you just like don't want to pay the money. You know, find a deal, find someone that's willing to sell those points for cheap, or bite the bullet and just make it happen. Okay. Or just don't get banned in the first place. All right. That's about it for what I want to talk about. The advice is on that other the other orientation, like the other meeting. You can watch it if you want more advice on what to do during your stream to get people to gift you. I have a lot of advice there. You know, get familiar with the app, get familiar with what the gifts are, get familiar with all the little things. You know, there's gifts that like gambling gifts, there's gifts that build the heat in your room. You can make it fun by encouraging people to give you specific gifts. Like a lot of times when I would go live, I'd be like, oh, what is this one? I've never seen this one, you know, to like get people to try to send it to me. I'm like, oh, this one's my favorite. Oh, I love that one. Right. So it's like, there's a lot of ways you can like incentivize people to want to send you gifts, and you got to utilize all of that. Okay. So we've talked about the bar. We've talked about tips on like, you know, how to be a streamer. The agency's role really, when it comes down to it, I'm going to end this meeting by letting some of our star hosts kind of give a little bit of a testimonial, I'll say. But one thing that I want to say to wrap up this portion of the meeting is that like the agency, we are here to help you be successful, right? I can't make you be successful. I can't make you go live. I can't make you get the beans. I can't do anything. That is all on you. It is your own business when it comes to this stuff, right? But if you have questions or if you want help, right, that is why I'm here. That is why you have the hub. That is why both Leah and I are in the hub for you guys, so that you can say, hey, I'm really trying to do this. Can you help give me advice for this? Right. So we're here to help you. We're here to give you the opportunities. That's why I post everything in the group chat, right? I post all of those PK links and event links, and I post agency incentives every month. I'm like, here, if you hit this, I'll give you this, right? So that is me helping you. That is me trying to push you guys for success, but I can't give you the success. That is all on you. So I hope this meeting was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me kind of talk about everything, and that maybe can kind of give you guys a little bit more knowledge of how to get started. I am going to ask, let's see, like Warren, why don't you just give us a few minutes of like what BIGO has done for you, and, you know, tell us a little bit about your story. By the way, people, for you guys that don't know, these are hosts that are doing really well. These are hosts that are consistently making money on BIGO. I asked them to be here today to tell you guys about their experience and how they did it. So I think I know that Popsy is here, and then do we have Branda? Is Branda here to share?
Be Ready's here.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah. So why don't we start with Warren Potsy? Why don't you just tell us, like, take a few minutes to tell us your experience if you are ready. We have who's there. No? Okay. We could do be ready. Yeah, why don't you chat then, B?
Let's see. Let's see, just in case people need to see what I look like. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, well, real quick for me, I've been on the app since July. So this makes like I think my 7th month, maybe I'm going into my 7th month. And I will say the most important thing is to stream. That is how you're going to get your genuine supporters. And I will say host to host is genuine support too. But understand that when you're getting host to host support, they're expecting you to come back. Even if it's not a trade, they're expecting you to come back, hang out on their panels. I also will say it's important to find your groove and what works for you. You know, it's good to take advice from everybody, but multi-panels may be your thing because you can't do solos. You're not comfortable being on there. You don't know how to get started. I'll say if you're into music, one of the big ways to make you comfortable is start playing a playlist and just start talking, just speaking to everybody that comes in the room. Someone will ask you like, hey, how you doing? Where you from? Engaging in conversation, and it becomes a norm. And as the day goes by, it gets more comfortable. I will say when you are going live, having catchy phrases to bring people into your room, having a picture that's a catchy picture, you know what I mean? Whether it's some kind of freakish outlandish, whatever the case may be, whatever makes you happy. Like, so it's got to be something that, even though it's a crazy picture, but it speaks you at the same time, you know what I mean? Also something that also that you may be talking about in the room, you know what I mean? When they come in there, so they see the picture, they're like, oh, okay, not only do I see this picture, this is what the conversation is about. This is what they're showing. This is what you got going on. So that's really important. People are only successful because they are on this app and they're making things happen all the time. Like she said, if you're not on here working and engaging with your fans, doing solo lives, doing multi-panels, getting people to gift you, you know, with intriguing conversation and content, it's just not going to happen. You can't be lazy and expect to be a successful host. You know what I mean? So I mean, I definitely, like I said, it's all about content. It's all about being smart with who you're doing business with. Again, you know, being on the app, just getting those hours in. Again, BIGO only counts for 2 hours, but I mean, you know, you got to treat it like a real job. It gets 6 to 8 hours in. Just don't do the minimum of 2 hours. Fortunately for me, I have a fan base that kind of like, you know, they keep up with me outside of BIGO and we network and I get back on here. So there were months where I was hitting those 300 and 400, but I worked to get those. Lately, I have personal, you know, work outside of BIGO. So I have a lot of business going on here, but I make it's like a game to me. I make goals to set for the month, and I'm my own competition. I'm trying to get there. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to. For me, I'm in competition with you guys. You guys are my agency, but when I see somebody get more hours than me, I'm like, oh, you're number 1 this month. I bet you I'm coming for your. No, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be of the agency top 1, 2, 3. So I'm not just competing with the people that's on the app. I'm competing against you guys. I love you all, but I want to be up there too. So that's why I'm trying to get, you know, I'm trying to hit these tiers, you know what I'm saying? Because I want some of those perks. I like recognition. Everybody likes that. But in order to get that and do that, you got to put in work. It's just like at any job. You know what I mean? How do you become employee of the month if you're really not putting not only your best foot forward, but putting an extra effort? You know what I mean? That's how people get recognized, putting in that little extra. So that's the thing to do. I mean, I try to be as live as much. I mean, lately, you know, personal stuff with business outside of work has gotten me not to be live, but most of the time I'm live. If you guys see me live, I'm open for questions. I'm always checking my
go to her live.
BIGO. Yeah, BIGO DM. I'm checking those, you know what I'm saying? WhatsApp, I'm back and forth on there. So, but you can hit me up and ask for my WhatsApp number and I'll get it to you. But I'm always on BIGO at some
Put your
point.
BIGO ID in the chat.
Yes, Slumber Talk. Easy peasy Slumber Talk. And along with Patsy, I'll be doing I'm in the content creator program, but I haven't set a specific show. They just asked me to come in because they saw me putting in hours. I was consistent, and that's how I kind of got the invite. But being part of that program, my sister is a part of that program, and she has a green table talk 3 times a week. And consistently it's from 8 to 9, and she was doing so good in it that Bigo gave her a green check, a verified check, like they do for Twitter and how they do on Instagram and stuff like that, because she was consistent, she was popular, she got in there, she worked, she put in the work, and they gave it to her. I don't know if it's a temporary thing where they only do it for 30 days or however long. I guess if you miss a time slot, you may get your check taken away, but that's a big deal, you know, because even some of our top creators on here don't have that green check. So that must mean there's something that they're not consistent enough to maybe, you know, get those things. But there's lots of perks. So it just depends on you. It's how you want to look at it. But I will say it's work. You know, I don't know, you know, what your reasons for becoming a host, but if you didn't come to work, you might want to rethink it.
It's work and it pays off. Thank you so much.
And it pays off great. It pays off great.
She's a great host. I do encourage you guys to go check out her live, make friends. She's a great connection. I know her and Potsy have both connected.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm really proud of you. And that's why I brought you here today, just to share a little bit, you know, and show your face, because, you know, you've done really well and you should be proud. So yay.
Thank you guys.
Yes, so you guys can go check her out. And then I put her name there in the chat. Potsy, are you here? He's not responding, but I will say he has a regular show. You guys can also go visit him. Let me actually, I think it's Profoundly Potsy is his, I think that is his Bigo ID, so you guys can check him out as well. Okay. Any last questions? There is a question about events. An event can be anything. I sing every day. Yes, you can. Yeah. Now, don't overdo your, you know, don't set the bar too high for yourself. Don't maybe do an everyday one if you know you can't go live maybe every day, because if you do set a goal, like if you do apply for a certain show and you don't meet that, they'll take it away, right? Immediately. So don't say you're going to go live every day and get your show, and then you miss a day because you know, had to do something else, and then you get your show taken away. Once a week, you can do it. You know, I think you can do it twice a month or monthly, whatever, right? Whatever it is, but don't overdo it. But you have to be consistent. You absolutely have to be consistent, or they can remove your content accelerated program. Okay, they can remove you anytime. So yay, I think that is about it. Warren, that's Warren. Barb. So yeah, that is about it for today. I hope you guys got a lot from that meeting. I am going to end the recording now. So
Great. I wanted to say one
it's
thing.
streaming. Oh yeah, Leah.
Hey, I just wanted to make something clear because I've had issues with other hosts not understanding this portion. So when you sign up for the rewards, anything where Bigo rewards you, like a live house, a PK, an auto reward, even the Newhouse challenge, the beans that Bigo gives you does not go towards your quota or your target.
Bonus
Those are
beans
extra
don't count.
rewards.
Exactly.
So I just wanted to make that clear.
Yes.
And then also too, I wanted to also, because I didn't chime in when you were talking about it, you can get hours for every single thing except for an audio live. So if you do an audio live, that does not count for your hours. So just want to make that clear as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, guys. So now that you've learned all this good stuff, I hope you're inspired. I hope you're excited. I hope you are, you can't wait to go live. And I really hope to see you on the app. You can share your live stream links in your hub so I can come check you out. I would love to see what you guys are doing and say hello. So feel free to share your live links in your hubs. And I really wish you guys all the best here, and I wish you all the success, and we are here behind you the whole way. Okay, I'm going to end the recording now.